Well, let me give intros to the camera first here. So this is Victor Cabezas. Victor was a student of mine for a year at Northern Kentucky University, and we kept in contact, but I have no idea what he's bringing in today other than it's a choir piece. So this is as new to you as it is to me. All right, so let's take a look at what we've got.
So, well, actually, this is a bad intro.
That's all right.
So here we go. So this is
the text.
the text
Bells.
is a poem by Sarah Teasdale called Bells.
I love Sarah Teasdale.
Me too.
Uh-oh.
Do you have an outlet?
I do.
I remember like the last time we had worked kind of on a choir piece.
Mm-hmm.
You had kind of you'd gone through and written down everything,
Sure.
and you were just to visually have that, and you were circling things that
Right.
you could tie together.
Keywords, yeah.
And things like that, which was very helpful for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I really liked that, so I did that.
Yeah.
And I kind of took from that. I didn't do
So
it
clear. Yeah. So clearly we've got bells circled. Bells of the Mission down in the valley.
Yeah, I circled valley because I couldn't figure out what. Like it kept getting brought up, and I was like, "Why?
Yeah,
is
that's
this
true.
important."
Mm-hmm.
And I still haven't really figured that out. Well, I guess I can give you the rundown.
Sure. All right, so I see pencil sketches.
Yes.
Did you end up using these?
Yes.
Okay.
They're kind of have modified how I'm going to do it, and
Okay.
a lot of this is still. It's kind of like I have to finish putting it together.
Gotcha.
Really.
So this is SATB with the VC, looks like.
Yes. So
Okay.
well, and the idea is, so I was going to have this kind of. So the tonality is like a B flat Lydian
Okay.
kind of sound, because the first note they sing is B flat.
Right. Makes sense.
And that, so the idea is to have this like beginning texture happening throughout the entire piece with like a separate group,
Gotcha.
like a quintet of singers, or like, or potentially more depending, but you know, just the idea so that that group is separate while the choir is kind of. So this is how it opens, and then this eventually becomes its own entity,
Gotcha.
sort of thing. And then this
Okay.
is when the rest of the choir breaks off from
joins in. Okay, so just tenors on this bong closing immediately to NG, I'm assuming, with all these.
Yes.
Yeah. And what is our tempo here?
So like
1, 2, 3. Gotcha. Okay, and then what dynamic are we looking at?
so for the start, not too loud. I actually didn't write dynamics. Now that you point that out.
If I taught you nothing.
Well, I might have dynamics on my Sibelius thing.
Right.
Here, at least here, I didn't.
Sure.
Do
So are we thinking piano, pianissimo?
I'm thinking piano.
Okay.
Piano, and then, well, maybe pianissimo. That could work. And it could start pianissimo, and then when they start joining in, it gets a
It's
little
tough on an NG because it doesn't project.
Yeah,
as
that's
well.
what
You
I'm
almost
worried
have to
about.
mark it a dynamic louder anyways to get it to
Exactly.
project. But yeah, okay. Is it really going to be that short, or is that going to be tied over?
So, I'm thinking it might be.
I mean, this may be something where they all tie over the bar, but
And that's kind of the dilemma I'm having.
yeah, and just to get this a little close so that the camera can see. So he's kind of got this notated, so there are repeat bars after every measure. And I'm pointing out that the folks who are attacking at the end of the measure it's going to be a pretty short bong.
And
Your
that's how I'm
soprano's on the
notating
last
it.
eighth note.
Yeah. And I'm not going to notate it like this.
Right. Yeah, this is just for scratching.
Being lazy.
So, no, it's all good. Okay, so they do now, and so just twice with that, and then we come in with this sort of downward pyramid, little chordal.
And eventually kind of.
And is that wait? Was that E flat or was that E natural? You were mentioning Lydian in the second tenor.
Oh yeah, I think that's supposed to be natural.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So gotcha. Okay. So that kind of keeps it in the same.
And then eventually that kind of inverts.
Okay,
And
so
it's built up.
that isn't necessarily right away. That's so starting chordal. Okay, sort of a dominant 13 almost.
So and that was
then that's crescendoing on the own.
So I might change those vowels,
Okay,
those words,
or maybe
because there's different.
maybe gradually open
Yeah.
even or something.
Because there's different ways to.
Is this all happening in your mind before we get here?
Yes.
Okay.
This is like the intro,
Sort of. Yeah. Got it.
leading up to the actual words.
Mm-hmm.
And so then, I guess going in order to like this first line, because I have some stuff
Mm-hmm.
here. I came up with it kind of out of order.
Yeah. No. Good.
Is it here? Yes, it's here. So, yeah, this is just the line I was coming in.
Right,
So
right.
it starts here.
At 6 o'clock of an autumn, and then we split autumn dusk with the sky. And then this, are we still E natural in here, or is this E flat?
Oh, that's supposed to be E natural too. Yep.
I'm almost wondering if you should just put the E natural in the signature, but
Yeah, see, and
I
this
know,
is the
that's-
other thing. I was like, you could write
it's always
it
the
in
tough
F,
things with the modes.
and I can't decide if I want.
Okay.
I kind of like that first one you played with the C.
Which the that
When you-
wait, which one?
Yeah, the way you
Oh.
yeah, that.
Did I do something weird?
No, and that last chord you played.
Oh,
with the
did I?
C,
Yeah.
I kind of like that.
Yeah, very quintal. although that gives you this nice kind of. I guess it depends on if that rusty red is warm to you, or if it's cold, or if it's.
I don't know. I'm trying to kind of do it like this, like back and forth. Because
Right.
when I look at the words of the poem, if you're not really looking into it,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't seem super.
Right. Right.
You know,
I mean,
super
until it
dark
gets
and-
dead, it's,
it's
you
like
never know.
So I'm trying to keep it
Mm-hmm.
a little more brighter, warmer,
Mm-hmm.
because it's this whole thing of like you realize it suddenly, like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
this means something completely different from what I thought, and that's kind of like what I'm trying to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
So like there are a couple moments like here I do this like weird chromatic thing where they're all descend in half steps until it's like a cluster of like
Ooh. Gotcha.
that
Okay.
on pole. So like stuff like that where it's like all of a sudden the tonality shifts.
Gotcha. Mm-hmm.
Um,
Oh. Is that right?
yes.
Just parallel.
Yeah.
Okay. That. Alto's above the soprano there.
I feel like that doesn't seem right.
Yeah. Is there? Yeah, we're parallel seconds, and then you have
Yeah.
the soprano going down to the E and the alto up to
I
the G.
don't remember if maybe I rewrote that differently a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Because I remember not liking that.
Uh-huh.
Now that you played it, I was like, yeah, that. I remember
Yeah, well, and part of it is
It's
it's
the-
got
yeah,
a big
parallel.
gap. I mean, even if you did it like that, or I guess with the natural. Hi, civilians. I mean, even something like that. So so we don't have that ninth sort of gaping hole in the middle.
Yeah.
It softens the dissonance a little bit if it's like that. If that's what you're going for. But what was your objection?
With this,
Yeah.
I just didn't like how it sounded. I just didn't like the chords.
Gotcha. So we decided we didn't like the cluster.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's something where they could sort of canon with each other.
Yeah, because I did do something similar.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah,
You know, like
with
a
the sky.
continental-
Yeah. What was the thought here with this sort of echo with the sky in the west of rusty red? And then they sort of unify on rusty red.
So, and what I was thinking is, so like, kind of during this whole thing, that separate group is still going.
Gotcha.
So I wanted to keep it kind of sparse in that choir part, so that you could still hear the text.
Gotcha.
But you'd have it going in the background. And the idea is like that separate group gets louder over the course of the piece.
So wait, so there's other stuff happening while this is happening?
Yes.
Is that the idea?
So like this original first thing
Okay.
is happening at the Is happening at the same time.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now I get it. So this is the choir, and then maybe that's like soloists or something. Is that?
I was thinking, and I'm trying to figure out how I want to do that. And that's because I want it to be this initial section. When the rest of the choir comes in, it's like the choir is the loud part. So I was thinking like, oh, choir in this part. But at some point, I want that to kind of invert so that that bell part is kind of starting to overpower it. So then by the end, you're getting all you can hear is this bell.
Right.
And it's like the whole idea of like, oh, you can't get away from that. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Are we wedded to the idea of this being a cappella, by the way?
It doesn't have to.
I
just like.
I don't know. I mean, stereotypical. My mind went to handbells or something like that. But
Yeah,
I know that's a terrible idea. But let's see. So this were. So okay. So remind me. Did you say you were thinking soloists, or you're thinking like two groups, like two separate choirs?
Groups.
Okay. So we're like separated. Are we mixed? Are they antiphonal?
They're so it would be like this group would be separate from like the choir, but they would all be together.
Okay, but so they're interspersed within.
So this group is like a separate group outside.
Okay, so they're like out front or like
to the front or the side or something, but they're all together,
right?
So that they can hear each other.
Okay.
And then whereas like the other group is all together, and I haven't figured out how like physically I want that to work and who on what.
Well,
exactly.
or do we?
Because I was trying to figure out how balance works.
we all should be in the same grid or metrically or.
So then that's another point. So at some points the meter changes. I don't know where I have examples of that because I forgot to write time signatures, so I was just like, oh, that's before.
Sure.
But the idea would be to have that separate group. I would probably write in like their part, like, oh, the meter changes, so I would either like extend how long they're holding that out for, or change when they enter so that it fits the meter better.
Okay. I think I see what you're saying. Gotcha. I mean, since it's so pan-diatonic washy, the idea that that would be a completely different concept of the piece. The idea that maybe one bell starts, and then as this group progresses, then this note adds in, then this note or something like that. So the whole pattern gets built as this group is doing something. But that's completely different than what you've envisioned
and
here.
What ends up happening is this pattern eventually changes. Like the notes they're singing eventually change.
Got it. Okay.
Depending on what's happening in the piece, because there are some parts where it gets very minor.
Sure.
Very chromatic.
Gotcha.
So the notes they would be singing are different, and at the end, actually, I kind of now that I'm remembering, it's been a second since I looked back at some of the ending, but So like I wrote in to the choir part that same thing because eventually the separate group and the choir are going to sing the same thing.
So I see. So we've got a fly in the ointment there.
Yeah.
With the flat.
Yeah. And then the tenors come in with
sort of underneath that collection.
Yeah.
Place over the crowded world, where I can forget that the days go. And kind of that same set over all of
And then I actually, this is not going to be what this is right now.
Okay.
The idea would be have this section where I give kind of like an aleatory sort of thing where it's like I give them like, here's a note you have to sing and like come in randomly and then like as you go on like it becomes more like more frequent.
Right.
So it's like, you know, you come in occasionally and then like as I haven't figured out how to word that yet, but you know, as they go on, they come in more frequently until it's just like this whole.
So does that change immediately upon getting here then? Is that the idea?
So I would have them go here and then I'd probably repeat this pattern again, maybe twice, depending. I have to figure
I mean, you could just have them keep repeating it and then gradually fall out of sync.
Ooh.
You know, just say like at some point the conductor stops conducting, and so they gradually kind of start go into their own tempo, and then you could say within that, you know, become more frequent. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I
So
actually
then,
like that.
yeah. So then it kind of grows out of the texture that you already had set up.
I like that a lot.
Yeah. I mean, that would be one way of and then you just gotta. I mean, it would be an easy way to notate it. I mean,
exactly.
You just give some text direction.
I mean, I'm just thinking because I know they're gonna complain.
No,
but you know,
that's a relatively easy thing to do. The tough thing is because they're literally just going bong bong, and the tough part is that you're only getting that attack. I mean, how many people? This is for chamber choir, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
So we're talking like what, 30-ish people.
Yeah.
So I mean, we're talking roughly on each of those notes. We're talking roughly 3 or 4 people. I mean, that would be a more convincing gesture if we were talking a choir of like 50 or 60. But still, I mean, that's, you know, I mean, it's a dissonant enough sonority. And it's still E natural on top. So how do we get out of that?
Here?
Yeah.
So
we
eventually
built
that
up
happens,
this
and then the
tintinnabulum
idea would be, and actually now that I remember, I think I wanted to cut that out.
Okay.
Because I was like, oh, and then they'll stop. Like the conductor will cut them off, and then like the tenor comes in, the soloist comes in on that, and then eventually it just kind of there's a rallentano and it dies off until so it becomes like less frequent until it's just.
Okay, but that's one soloist doing that?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's like a start, like if they're all really loud, and then they drop out.
Leaving kind of one person.
Yes.
Okay, so maybe the conductor does need to keep conducting so that.
That's why, yeah.
But they're just not going to pay attention.
Or you know, they could. Worst comes to worst, they could like cue. So what I could write is I can be like for how like some amount of time that I end up deciding.
Right.
Like let that kind of happen.
Right. Right. Certain number of seconds. Sure.
And then at some point, like whenever the conductor decides, like you cue. And then that'll be like the choir drops off and the soloist starts.
Right. Got it. Okay. I see what you're saying. They're just, I guess whoever that soloist is watching, and the conductor prepares it.
Yeah. I mean, as long as they would know beforehand, then it would be fine.
Gotcha. And they're doing that literally at a piano volume. So
yeah.
Boy, if you're lucky, it's in a reverberant space, and some of that carries over. Are there other sonorities that you've got in other places that are kind of comparably dissonant to that?
Yes, so, I mean, there's definitely here, wait, I have it somewhere. Yes, here, so I have this line, like the first star pricks the sharpest steel.
First star, this is the soprano. The first star, the first star, first star, the first Okay, E natural or flat? Stop. Here.
Oh, that's an E natural.
Stop, prick as sharp as steel. Why am I suddenly so cold? That's a Beto mezzo piano animated. That's for these days?
Oh no, so this next
Mhm.
this because the idea for the next section would be a shift because of I felt like here
Mm-hmm.
this like this little section here it felt like there was like a shift in pace.
Mm-hmm.
So I literally am going to shift the pace.
Gotcha.
So,
Okay.
You
Sure.
know, it would be like I'm thinking more like a triple meter, like
Gotcha.
9/8 or 6/8, probably 9/8.
Okay.
And they would be kind of singing this, and the idea would be to have kind of like I can't think of like the word, but it like they would be like the sections would kind of be singing their own like separate parts.
Okay. So let me see. All right. So where did that go? Where was that texture?
Right here.
Okay. Yeah, but I was still putting these.
Yes.
So. And then entering very low. Interesting. So very D minorish.
Yes.
Actually, not very, but D
It-
minorish.
it- yeah, it's
There's
very-
no variant. Okay. Oh dear. Is that right? Okay. Okay. Probably should actually be C sharp.
Yeah.
Got it. It happened so fast.
Yes.
And then prick as sharp as steel. Is it still legato? First star,
I haven't actually
first
thought
star, the first star. Because I mean, I'm just when I say that phrase, pricks as sharp as
It is
steel.
very short.
I mean, it's
I hadn't thought about that.
yeah. I mean, we're literally talking about like points of a star, like
Yeah.
poking
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm wondering, I don't know, but and then it's like, should it be all in unison? Okay. So, and what were the tenor and the bass doing before this? Are they
Nothing.
Okay, so it's literally
Yes.
a resting.
Because I figured, okay, they're talking about a star, so I'm gonna be kind of cliche and be like, oh, they're singing way up there.
Right, sure. Well, so but they're kind of coming in, kind of out of nowhere, in the depths, and yeah, and I'm just trying to figure out why. That's all.
I don't. This was more to kind of facilitate that kind of shift.
I mean, should that? I suppose pricks needs to be a surprise. I wonder if they're maybe it's too corny. Let's see. There. Like almost putting a rest after it. Stop, pricks as sharp as steel, or something like that.
I like that.
Pricks. Then it really punctuates that.
No.
And especially if they're all entering out of nowhere.
Exactly.
Then, the first stop. Then it really is kind of a shock.
I like that a lot.
Stop, pricks
No, right, like
as sharp as steel, or something like that.
Whoa.
Yeah.
There. So I remember it when I look at it.
As pricks as sharp as steel. Yeah. And even sort of, I'm sort of breaking that line up even more. Pricks as sharp as steel, or something.
And I could have
that.
like a romp or a ritornando into.
Right, sure. Yeah, and maybe even dynamically you want to do some.
Well, yeah, and the idea would be they kind of
Right.
right. Diminuendo.
Yeah.
And this is like the idea that the reason this is because again like this is very fast because she's talking about why am I suddenly so cold. And to me, like, okay, that came out of nowhere.
Right.
What is she talking about?
Right. No, those dissonances certainly.
Yeah, and then so I was trying to kind of emulate that with the actual what they were singing and the notes they were singing.
Is this E flat or E natural there?
Which one?
The beat 2 in the tenor.
Oh,
Is it flat?
that is flat.
I suspected as much.
Yes.
Because it kind of makes these sort of nice chordal. Both of those are kind of inverted chordal chords that way. So let's see. Then I can at least sort of rationalize it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's such a. It's fine. Well, it's so hard because you literally have gone from pandiatonic Lydian to a chromatic cluster in the course of 6 measures.
Yeah.
And it's just, it happens so fast. And that's such a, I don't know. I mean, I'm thinking something like, something that does traverse that territory, something like Ligoti's Lux Aeterna, where it starts out sort of mixed chromatic, and then you have moments that are chromatic clusters, but it all happens so gradually that you don't notice it's happening. And so we have, we're kind of in B flat Lydian, and then we're in D minor, which, okay, we add a sharp to the collection, that's fine. And then all of a sudden, really that's kind of an F sharp up there, but all of a sudden we're jumping out, but it's still all in one diatonic collection. Okay, we're side slipping, that's fine. Still all in one diatonic collection. Still all in one diatonic collection, even though it's a cluster.
Oh, yeah.
Then that's kind of in at least 2 at once there. But unfortunately, you kind of set yourself up that's the trajectory of if we follow them all inward, that's where they end up.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's okay. I'm just wondering. I don't know how you're going to get out of that either.
Oh, so very stark. Back to.
Oh well, that's not fair.
Yeah, that's the idea because she literally says like, "Why am I suddenly so cold?"
Why am I so? Yeah.
And then all of a sudden,
okay.
It's like, oh,
that's
it's
fair.
second thought, like all this, or it's like just an aside to me, and then all of a sudden she's like 3 bells, each with a separate sound, and it's like, okay, what? Just it felt like it was just like this is a little.
And what did we have dynamically there? So, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. So pricks as sharp as steel. Yeah, so what is happening then?
So dynamically, this would be, here they kind of diminuendo, and this would be like piano.
Okay.
And then why am I suddenly so cold? And then that grows.
Okay. Cold. Yeah. You got the nice D on the end of it, which can demarcate whatever comes next, I suppose.